So if you didn't know, we're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Anchor.fm. Thank you, Anchor.fm. We appreciate you guys.
For sponsoring this podcast.
Yeah. But check us out, especially on that TikTok. It's VIC Podcast. And then on Instagram, it is, what is it?
VIC Podcast.
VIC Podcast. And on YouTube, Voices in the Crowd, Anchor.fm. Just if you want to listen to us on Google, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify.
Or anywhere else.
Anywhere else. Check out Anchor.fm because they can give you those links. So also, if you're on Instagram, link is in the description to our link tree.
Yes.
So,
is it updated?
It is updated.
It is updated.
Yep.
That's
Tree's updated.
Yes.
I'm in charge of that. So if it's never updated,
you're our
blame
social
me.
media manager, I guess.
He's self-proclaimed.
Yes.
Nice. If I might add.
By your
there was
dad?
no vote. What? Never
What?
mind.
Oh, you said might I add. I thought you said by my dad.
By my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys didn't notice, there's a fourth person here that's not usually
for the,
here.
Audio
Hello.
listeners.
Would you call it a foursome?
Yeah, this is quite the fourth song we got going on here.
Quite the
Part
foursome. Yeah. Part 2.
Part 2.
Second attempt.
Yeah. Someone, not name names or anything, forgot to put the SD card in.
But it happens.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's
Happened
actually never
before.
happened.
Well, I'm
that
saying
specific thing has
mistakes
never happened
happen.
before.
That hasn't
Yeah.
happened
Mistakes
before.
happen. We've had to restart.
If I'm not here next week,
Plenty of times.
it's because I quit.
We forgive, but we don't forget.
Exactly.
I see
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah.
You're gonna be better from now on.
Yeah.
Learn from your mistakes, please.
You better.
Was that a challenge, Dom?
No.
Okay. That's what I thought. All right. So we went to the high school and the middle school with Joey.
And elementary.
Well, I didn't.
I did not.
I went like 1 year.
Yeah, we lived like down the street from each other.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So we went to 4th grade together. Then I moved.
Yeah.
Good old fourth grade.
Yeah, the
Good old fourth.
grade.
Wait, which elementary was that?
Going from 9
Westview
to
Elementary
10.
School.
I don't even
Yeah.
know where that is.
It's over by Quick Trip.
Yeah.
By
If you just go around where the car dealership, used car dealership, go around and then just take the right, and then it's right there. I don't know what street that's on, but
It's
Yeah.
off of Blue Parkway.
yeah,
Yep, that's all you got to know.
you'll find it.
yeah, eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we went to elementary school together, high school, and
Middle school.
now
Middle
we're
school.
off doing our own thing, you know? So,
Yeah,
what
we
you been up
used
to,
to have like
Joey?
classes together.
We
And
did.
We were all in choir together for all 4 years of high school.
Yeah. I also well, I'm Joey Ferguson. I haven't
He
said
has
my
a name.
He has his own podcast
I do have
also.
a name, and I do have a podcast. It's Steeze Podcast. Steeze. It's on similar stuff as they. It's on Spotify and Apple. I'm gonna move to TikTok and YouTube soon, but I'm actually like creating a studio in my room.
Sweet.
And I'm trying to set it up like almost to where like the camera's in the corner of my room, and like you could like lay on the bed if you wanted to, or like go sit in the corner on a beanbag. It's like a chiller vibe, a chiller set. I'm trying to mix it to that, so I haven't recorded anything yet, but it's in progress.
Nice.
It is.
It sounds like it'd be pretty awesome
Beanbags are swell.
to record in.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it there so I can have more people. I want to so bad. I need to move to video. I need to.
Yeah, maybe have like 3 guests on at one time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
not to hint at
Yeah.
anything.
No,
or anything.
I was talking to Kellen. I want to have you guys on, but not until I get that set up so I can. It could probably be my first video podcast. I could have you guys on.
A collab.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a collab. What a collab. I was actually, speaking of collab, Grant and I did a collab like way back in the day. I was rewatching videos that I've liked on YouTube, and I don't like videos at all. And I liked your Delta video.
Which one was it?
It was quick scoping 1v1
Yes.
with Joey part 1.
Yes, and then we. Yeah,
Part
and then
one,
the
was
next
there a
video
part
was
two?
part 2 where
was
we were in the part playing with that kid,
Yes.
and his name was like Carr or something.
I
I don't remember.
don't remember.
That kid was hilarious.
Yes,
though. Yeah,
for
and
sure.
that was just like a
My mic
commentary.
was trash. I had Turtle Beaches where I had to like twist the like wire to get it to work. Like the mic was jacked.
Oh my.
I honestly think we'd have a better viewership if we had like McDonald's mics for our setup, you know?
Yeah, just have them deep fried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that. Our viewership would probably be the same,
I mean,
like 1.
you're outvoted, so
Okay, democracy. Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yes.
And then
So
have
we're switching
some,
to McDonald's mics now.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like have like a fisheye point of view on all of our faces, you know?
Yes, all of them.
And then have it split in the quadrants for the video portion. Like,
Yes.
so.
we just invest in GoPros like on helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just hangs it. And it's like
Just like a
facial
POV.
tracking, like for motion capture suits.
You could do podcasts on the go in
Yeah.
theory.
for real
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, that would be
Bike ride
nice.
podcast.
The fisheye point of view.
In a fisheye
Yes,
point of
with
view.
a
Stuck
fisheye
on
point
that,
of view.
yeah.
You know
we
what
could-
that is, right?
I know what it is.
Yeah.
And put it really close to
Your
nose.
podcast
Yeah.
could be named Fishbowl.
Yeah.
We call
Interesting.
Our viewers the fish flakes.
The Fish Flakes. Actually, speaking of names, I want to know how you guys got your name.
I mean,
Um,
we thought about it for a while. I mean,
We had multiple names.
yeah. Originally, we were gonna just stick with Melon Mondays
No,
at
Yeah.
one
we're not.
point.
We were gonna,
No.
we were gonna
No, something else, but with melon in
a
it.
spin off on
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that name. I know what it is.
What is it?
melon
It
and the
was 3
seedlings.
dudes and a melon.
3 dudes and a melon. Or
That
2
would
dudes
Two
and a
dudes
melon.
and a melon.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that
what
one
it was.
wasn't bad.
It was
Yeah.
pretty stupid.
It wasn't that bad.
I mean,
And then after that, it was
Dom's
like
calling out my idea.
the KJB podcast, or no KJD,
KG.
KGB, KGD
Yeah.
for Kel and Grant Dom.
Yeah.
Spinning off on the KGB.
And we actually we made an email account
I
for
made
that
it,
one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Email.
Yeah.
I
But
put in the
then-
work and then it was like, well, we should change it.
Then we realized there's better options out there
Yeah, for sure.
that aren't as controversial.
I
Yeah.
don't think
maybe.
it was controversial.
You never know.
Yeah.
Some random
you know.
person's going to be like, I hate the Soviets.
Well, if
It's a possibility.
It
if
is
we
a
weren't named
possibility.
that and they still stumbled upon, then we could have gained a fan.
That's true.
And if we were the KJD podcast,
G.
KD,
KJ.
whatever it was, I don't know.
Whatever.
Then we might not have had one extra fan. You never know.
Yeah.
True, true,
Yeah.
And Dom, weren't you the one that came up with voices in the
I
crowd?
did. I was just ready to get over all those other names we got because I didn't really like it. I didn't like them all that much. So
Yeah.
I was like, I got to think of something.
I mean, I liked 2 dudes in the melon.
It was all right.
Sorry, that was loud.
I
Yeah.
like voices in the crowd.
Yeah, me too.
It's unique.
I've
I
grown to like it.
I'm still growing. I don't like it.
yeah, it's sort of the same as Dom.
Hasn't grown
I mean,
on
I
me.
like the VIC.
I do,
Well, yeah,
It's just
I like
easier.
VIC
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
but then I don't want us to get confused with Vic Star by chance.
I don't think people have confused us with Vic Star.
I don't know who
possible.
that is.
It's a YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
No.
gamer.
Completely different genres of content,
Yeah.
and also, we're all like 20 years old,
How old is he, huh?
probably like 30s.
Maybe.
I don't know, but yeah, I would never assume someone would think this is a podcast starring Vic Star.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you come out with Steeze?
Steve's funny story. People that we went to high school with,
Yeah.
Jack Gurning and Riley
Yeah.
Pugh.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Their catchphrase was Steeze in high school. Like, we're
I
Steezing.
remember that.
You know, it was
Yeah.
popular, and
Yeah.
I don't know why, but in high school, I like looked up to them so much,
Mhm.
just because they were the older guys in theater, and
Mhm.
they're chill to hang around, you know.
Bro, and
So-
plus Jack, he's Jack Girding.
Yeah, Jack Gurning.
Like
is,
in high school, he was like in
He
theater
was
and
the
choir.
man.
He was the guy.
he was the goat.
dude.
He was the
the
LeBron
dude.
James of Lee Summit High
dude.
School,
Yeah.
for sure. He was like the star player. But yeah, so like I got to hang out with them a bunch. Fortunately, like I'm blessed to have some really good friends, and they just said it so much that it grew a part of my life. And I was just like randomly like going through Instagram, and I think I saw your podcast, Melon Mondays, and I was like watching it, and I heard your sponsorship, and I was like checking into the sponsor, and
Yeah.
I like went to the app, and that's when I recorded my first episode.
Oh.
And I was thinking of a name, and I was gonna do like life. The original idea for my podcast was gonna be like a documentary series of my life, or like my view on things as a high schooler, like how a high schooler views like those hard topics,
Yeah.
you know, talks about it. And I was gonna do that, and I came up with some names, and I wasn't sold, you know, and nothing like really stuck out. And then I was looking up, and nobody picked Steeze yet. You know, nobody did it. And I was like, that's perfect. That's what I'm going for. Just a relax, like fucking everybody's Steeze, you know? So like sit back, relax, and Steeze. That's my catchphrase on every single one of my videos. Just relax and have a good time, you know? That's what I'm about. So that's how I got the name.
Yeah. I will say, like, over the last few weeks, like, once you put on your Snapchat story about your podcast, like, putting it out there, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to catch up on that. So I've listened to everything, and, like, your catchphrase at the end, just sit back, relax, and Steeze. I mean, it's in my brain.
You know?
I mean, having catchphrases is good.
Yeah, it's like a
idea.
tagline that everybody remembers you by, you
Yeah.
know? Something you say every single time that, like, oh, I know, like, when I hear that, that's what I go by.
Yeah.
You know? And then Anchor also has, like, those interludes that you can put on.
Yeah.
And I play this one interlude on every single one. It's like the... It's like just chill vibes.
That sounded like something else to me.
Oh. No, that's not what I was going for, but yeah, they have the interludes on there. But
Yeah.
definitely.
That was that we ran into that problem too, where we wanted to make up a name, but someone else already had it.
Yeah.
What was that?
Well,
It was just like a bunch.
yeah, because
Just a bunch of names we were coming up.
generator.
Yeah.
So we're like, that's cool. Let's look up, see if anyone else has it, and people did have it. So
Yeah, I think you guys were like dog sitting for Ryan or something, and we
That
just
was
sat
our
down at that
first
house
meeting.
for like an hour and a half, just like, what about this name? And then we Google it, and it's taken.
yeah,
Yeah, we were there for a while just doing that basically.
Yeah. Did you how did you like form your group? Did each of you like
And it all
just,
started at MCC Longview.
MCCKC Longview.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all went there after high school because it was just cheaper than regular college.
For sure.
Yeah,
It's smart.
Can live at home still.
Well, that wasn't the plan for me, but
It's what it ended up being, Grant.
yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah,
I was supposed to
but
play baseball.
Yeah.
so second semester of our first year, we were all in this theater appreciation class
Yeah.
because it was a requirement for it wasn't a bad class compared to other Longview classes.
You don't
was
have
better than
to
Western
have to sugarcoat it. I know those classes can be like slow paced sometimes.
It's better
Yeah.
than Western Civ. 'Cause
Yeah.
Well, I liked it
Got
because
an A
there
in
wasn't
Yeah.
work. There wasn't really
Oh,
work.
yeah, it was the easiest class ever.
It was easy.
Like, it was
Besides
easier than choir.
Besides
Yeah.
that project.
Oh, that was still light work.
Yeah.
At the end of the year,
printing.
you were supposed to have some sort of like production, I believe,
Yeah.
or we were supposed to help make stuff for that
Oh
production.
yeah, it was for Into the Woods.
Yeah,
Like, Longview was doing that, and
and it got canceled.
he was
because
just
of COVID.
like
Oh
COVID.
wow.
during our class, he was the theater director there, so
Yeah.
he was just gonna have our class just work on the set every
Yeah.
single day the rest of
Yeah,
the
that was going to
semester.
be our class.
And,
Seriously?
Yeah.
like, it's just manual labor.
Yeah.
So I was kind of glad we didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, but anyways, we for Black History Month, there was this performance.
Yeah.
I forgot her name.
I did too. Grant wasn't there.
I mean, it was cool. Yeah,
Well,
Grant worked.
The professor doesn't know that still.
I
He
mean-
thought I was there.
Okay, well,
wrote a
I don't
report
think
about
he's
it.
gonna. I don't think he's gonna dock your grade.
Yes, for
But,
sure, for sure. You know how it be sometimes.
So there's a McDonald's right by Longview.
Yeah.
And me and Dom met up there before because we were gonna go out the same night. And then Dom's like, you know how you did the Mellow Mondays thing, and then sort of stopped. I was like, yeah. He was like, well, what if you mean Grant brought it back? I was like, okay. And then we just sort of texted for a little bit over the course of, well, then COVID shut down. So then we're like, well, I mean, not really.
Say something?
Yeah.
Well, before that, we would always we'd go to McDonald's across the street from the college.
Yeah.
Basically after every class.
Yeah.
So we were already hanging out.
Yeah.
That's how we got this group together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain it.
Well, Kellen and I we were on drumline back in high school.
Okay, more like you and me then.
Yeah.
Because we were like acquaintances.
Yeah.
We played 8th grade basketball together.
The
Kinda.
Kind of.
with the classic bounce pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super
Perfect.
cool though.
Yeah, so we were just texting for a few months, and because COVID, we weren't, or at least I wasn't comfortable meeting up yet.
Yeah.
And well, I don't want to speak for you guys, but and then finally July, June, July, I was like, okay, we can do this. So we started meeting up and talking about it, thinking of names,
for sure.
thinking about stuff to do, and then it just sort of went off from there. And then we sort of went crazy second half of July and just started off August.
That's so cool.
So it's been 10 months.
Yeah, I've been seeing you guys hit social media and hit those episodes and pump them out. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't realize it's been that long.
It's
It doesn't feel that
It's almost
long
been a year.
to me, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we were all going to go to Warrensburg, but then I still don't know what I'm doing with my life. So I'm just working full time. And with COVID stuff being shut down, I didn't want to pay a bunch of money for tuition and stuff for a not in-person classes.
That's understandable though.
I think it's opening up now, but at the time I didn't want to and have to change my degree multiple times.
No, I completely understand that.
Yeah, so then I was like, hey guys, you'll have to find a new roommate or be on your own because I'm not being there. Yeah, so...
It actually worked out for the better, if I'm being honest.
Well, I'm
there was
glad.
one 3-bedroom apartment in Warrensburg available.
Yeah, well, I'm
that
glad.
was it. It didn't look very
Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting whenever that happens.
Yeah.
Because, nobody wants to make a weekly commute.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Not quite sure exactly what we're going to do yet, but we have some
getting there.
ideas.
We have a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're just sort of going with the flow.
Yeah.
But all right.
Well, I think that's kind of enough about us. We kind of want to
Yeah,
hear
let's
about
talk
you.
about you.
Okay.
How's life been since high school?
Life's been crazy since high school. So right after senior year, I kind of went down. I performed at Worlds of Fun.
Nice.
I did their summer show and kind of just saved up money. It was a blast. I got they funded me a hotel out there, and it was where they had all their foreign exchange people that came down to work over the summer.
Yeah.
It was a work program type thing.
Wow.
And so I got to meet a bunch of people from out of the country and stay at this hotel and work at Worlds of Fun every day. And it was a blast of a time. And then I went down to Mo State. I was pursuing a degree in musical theater performance. And I wasn't really happy there. I felt like I needed to get out of Missouri.
Yeah.
And I just felt like something was holding me back, So I dropped out after second semester, and that was hard for my family because I was the first person to go to college.
Oh.
I was the first gen, of the family. So so I dropped out, and I was kind of like, what do I want to do with my life, So I started working at this job, but then I got laid off, and my family was bugging me to find another job, so you can get yourself going where you need to go. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I don't need anybody's help. I'll just do it, So I took it upon myself. I'm a driven kid, So I left with $0 in my bank account and was calling some of my friends up and calling family, And my brother conveniently had a roommate leave for Army, and he was like leaving all of his stuff back at the place and said I could buy it. It was like a bed, a TV, like a L-shaped desk. And he said you could have it all for like $100. And I was like, yeah, that's a steal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
You know, so I went down to, it was like but unfortunately the room was in Harrisonville. So it was like away from Lee Summit where I originally lived and where all my friends are. So I was sacrificing time with my friends, but I didn't have a car, and I needed a roof over my head, and I wanted to get a job, you know, and start paying for things myself, you know, and not relying on other people. So my brother woke me up at 5 a.m. one morning and goes, Joey, I have an opportunity for you. One of our other roommates works at this factory, and it's 12-hour shift days. They're going to be long, but you'll make some money, and you can wake up right now, get ready, and go, or you can lay down and try and find another job. And it's been like 2 weeks, and rent was due at the end of the month. So I was like, I really needed to get a job this week, and the world was telling me to go. So I got up that morning, and I wasn't a huge morning person. Like when COVID first happened, like I was sleeping in every day.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't have a schedule after I lost my job, so I was just all over the place, you know, just hanging out with friends, trying to fill time while I was looking for a job. And so I went to the factory, started working like 60, 68-hour weeks, trying to like save up, get a car, and get my butt back to Lee Summit, you know, and be with friends and like save up money here and then shoot out. Yeah. You know, like maybe get my socials going more and everything, like work on things here. Like a little Rocky montage moment, you know? So, started working, put some money down on got a car, and now I'm living in an apartment with 2 of my other friends, and
that's awesome.
Just like trying to get myself in shape and save up money to like pursue what my dream is, you know?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Quite the plan you got there.
Yeah, the first step that I had to take was just writing out all my goals. Yeah. You know, just make those bullet points and go, where do I see myself like a month down? What do I want to have accomplished? And I have this whiteboard in my room, and I tried to schedule out all my months and like the days I want to record. So it just keeps me accountable because I wake up and I look at it each morning, you know? So like I know when I made the schedule, I had time for it, you know? So I'd feel bad if I didn't make time for it. So I just started doing that and started taking friends' advice, you know, because at first I started doing everything. I wanted to do everything by myself, you know, but you can't do everything by yourself, and two minds think better than one, you know. And fortunately, I have some great friends that helped me along the way and kind of showed me, like, this is how you start saving your money. This is how you start doing this. And just started picking up life and said, I'm in go mode, and I want to be where I want to be, so I need to work to get there, you know. One book that I recommend, I don't know if you guys are book readers. It kind of changed my life. Yeah. It's called It's All in Your Head by Russ. I was like laying down. What?
Like the artist?
Yeah, the artist
really?
Russ wrote a book.
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, for sure. I was laying down in Harrisonville, and I was pretty depressed in Harrisonville, only because like I didn't get to see my friends a lot because it was a trip to get down there. You know,
that's understandable.
And there's not a lot of things you can do. Yeah. And so I just stayed in my room, played video games, and just worked. That's all I did. And I started like getting sad, and I was just like scrolling through my Instagram one day, and I saw this book by Russ, and the picture was like, it's all in your head. And I was like, what? Is this like a sign or something? Yeah. So I instantly bought it and got it shipped to my house. I'm not a big book reader, not at all. In Grant, you know, we had classes together. I was not a school person at all. But the book was calling my name, so it got shipped to my house in Harrisonville, and I read it. and it's an easy read. Like it's not like super small font. There's like graphics everywhere because it's Russ, and it's just interesting to see his mindset and like what he's accomplished, and like just to put yourself into that mindset. Like I believe personally in manifestation. So like if you have a goal or a dream, just dream about it every single day and picture yourself there and work towards that goal, and you'll get towards it. Like
So kind of like speaking it into existence.
almost.
Like LeVar Ball.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've almost done that with everything that I've accomplished in life. I mean, I had a goal when I was 6 years old. I saw my uncle perform at Starlight, and that's what got me into like doing theater and everything. He was performing High School Musical. He was the guy that goes, "I got the cello," or whatever. He played that character and he toured around and did that. But I saw him on stage and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool that hundreds of people are here for him," you know?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, one day I'm gonna perform there. And for years I dreamed about it, and I kind of went my Rocky montage moment and did small shows, you know, like Karate Kid. You do the smaller tournaments and work your way up to the small shows. And every time I was like, I'm not ready yet, but I'll be ready, you know, and I will perform at that stage. And randomly I got a phone call from Zoe Lee. She was like, "You want to come audition with me at Starlight?"
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, this is it. So I went and I auditioned, and it was perfect. I got in, and I've always dreamed about doing that. And I performed like my goal since I was a little boy. My uncle got like made us do vision boards when we were little, and we would like take out like posters and stuff like that. And I would always put like famous actors and all these things, and like write out like what you want in your life, you know. And my goals was perform at all the major theaters in Kansas City. That was always one of my goals because it's like the first stepping stone, you know. So I accomplished that, you know. Like I believe in it. It's worked for everything. I mean, it might be just like a good organization thing, like you're constantly thinking about it, your mind's in the game, you know. But I don't know. I always believe like when you send good vibes out, you get good vibes back, you know? Mm-hmm. That's how I work, at least.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, especially when COVID happened, like I started doing kind of similar. Like I got this, it was actually senior year. It was like the Sounds, not White Christmas. What are those things called? White
Elephant?
Or Secret Santa. Secret Santa.
Santa.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I was just like, I don't know. So I just put like a blank journal or something. Andy Gosa got me this like cool looking booklet thing. Yeah. So like once COVID happened, like super depressed, and I didn't want to do anything. Yeah. And like I wasn't trying with any of my school or work or whatever. Mm-hmm. So then I would just write out like hourly my daily schedule, and it really helped. Yeah. It's like part of the reason why I like kept wanting to do this, because I was like, not really. But once I like could see it written down, and then also this is just like a side thing, but the satisfaction of crossing off a list
for sure
was very nice. So like I've been doing that, not as much, but like weekly I've been doing that.
You know what I found like works to get my day going? Mm-hmm. Find your morning like daily fix. I kind of talked about it on my episode, but like my fix is going to work out. I don't know. I post a lot about it on my social media just because I feel like it's my accountability.
Yeah.
Like the people don't know. People know I don't go work out if I don't post. You know, like it holds me accountable. You know. Yeah. And I love seeing the progress in my body because I know where I want to be. Mm-hmm. You know, and I've come a long way. So just finding your fix in your morning that like gets you in that progressive mindset. Mine is working out. I go and I pump up my music. I drink my pre-workout, you know, and I go and I know I'm building myself to be a better me. And it gets my day going, you know? And so like finding that one thing that like gets your day going and gets your mind into that mindset. Yeah. That's what I found works.
I think my fix is that I'll wake up because I work like pretty much every single day.
Yeah.
I just like, and it's hard to get up for work whenever like you're working consecutively so long.
Yeah.
It gets
For sure.
tiring, and you just kind of want to give up. But like, what keeps me going is that I kind of need to save I need money to go to college.
Yeah.
I need money for the apartment that Grant and I got.
Yeah.
And if I don't go to work that day, then that's less money I'm
out of
taking with me.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's hard sometimes to get out of bed and want to go to work, but that's what ends up motivating me the most, needing the money. Like if I don't get it, then where am I gonna get it from?
For sure.
So.
I mean, after you go to work, you feel good. I mean, I feel good when I'm tired. I feel lazy when I'm not. You know, I love being tired. You know, because I feel like I got a lot done that day if I am.
Yeah. One thing you're talking about how you stopped going to college and how Kellen is thinking about taking like a little bit of some time to recoup. I think like one thing that high school does is it sets like high school instills this thought in you is that is you have to go to high school as soon as you graduate or you're going to be a failure. That's what they kind of like tell you. I mean they don't like say it out loud, but that's what they're subliminally getting at.
Yeah.
And that's definitely not true. Like if you don't really feel like you like if you don't like if you don't or like if you're thinking you can't like or like you don't want to, not quite yet, then that's okay. But high school sets you up thinking that it's college right out of high school or bust. That's
I had a conversation with my friend about that the other day, and if I think back to when I was 18, I am a completely different version, and I did not know the world at all. And I got so basically I didn't get to choose to go to college. It was really my family's choice, you know, and I got a good scholarship, so I wasn't really paying for college. So it was like, just go, you know, and I didn't really know if I wanted to because I knew my career path didn't really need it, you know?
Yeah.
But it was like, go to college, and I was forced to do high school over again. That's what it felt like to me, you know?
That's what it still feels like, honestly.
Yeah,
to
for
me.
sure. But I don't think anybody at 18, in my opinion, is ready to make that decision on their own. You know, because at that point I feel like I still hadn't explored all the options that I wanted to explore. I was trying to scramble and figure out what I wanted to do so I could throw a major out.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get to think about it. You know, so I understand what you say. Like, it's okay. You know, not every college is not going away. It's still going to be there. You know, they're still going to make money.
Yeah.
You know, you can go when you're 43. You can go when you're 28. It's no biggie.
Yeah. And especially with community colleges, you see that a lot. Like there was this one, her name was Kelly, but every morning I would see her, I would walk up the stairs and we'd say hi to each other. But she was like 68 and taking classes, and she was just taking her notes and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool because it's like, you know, no matter what age you are, you can still sort of further your education if that's what you want to do. And, I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah. Well, like out of like your guys' like high school experiences, didn't it seem like they were making it seem like if you don't go to high school if you don't go to college right out of high school, you aren't going to have the best of life.
Yeah, there wasn't any like workforce prep. It was all like, hey, do you need help getting into a college? Because we can do that, but that's the only help we'll give you.
Out of high school, I didn't really feel prepared for like actual like, you know, being an adult.
Yeah.
Even though I technically was, I still don't feel like an adult. I just feel like a kid still because I'm still living with my parents and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, high school does not prepare you for real life.
They didn't
at all.
They didn't train anybody to not go to high school. You know, not go to college. I mean, you know what happens to the kids where they choose not to go? You know, they didn't give any advice about that. I mean, at least I didn't get any of that.
No.
You know, I didn't feel like any of my like finance teachers really brought it into my head, like what I needed to do. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm learning that the hard way. You know. Like trying to figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
I felt like I could have been a little bit more prepared for like the real world. Like they could have like added some things that could have been in place to like give you a mindset of, okay, if you don't go to college, here's how you can still be a working, functioning member of society.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
maybe like because we only had advisory like once a week, right?
Yeah.
Like that could be dedicated towards preparing you for just regular everyday stuff outside of school.
Yeah.
Also talking about options that are not college. Options
Exactly.
that you can go into that aren't college, you know,
Yeah.
because there's so many. And with social media,
Mm-hmm.
it's opening so many new jobs that have never, like, we've never seen it before. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You don't need college to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I always grew up like all throughout school until I graduated.
Yeah.
Even like after I graduated, like thinking, because I didn't know otherwise, like thinking if you don't go to college right out of high school, like you're not doing anything with your life.
Yeah,
So you're
for
just
real.
gonna work some like hourly job, 40
Yeah.
hours a week, the rest of your life, just hating what you do. Just I don't know. But yeah, I've realized that you don't need college. I mean, because it's obviously not for everyone.
Yeah.
And even a lot of people that go to college just ends up being useless
Yeah.
for a lot of people too. Like my dad, he went to college and majored in like music, I think, something
Yeah.
like that. And he works like something like in sales or like IT stuff. And
Yeah.
he's never even used his degree before. I feel like that happens with a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it happens more often than not.
That's why I like the 2-year community college route, and like the idea of that becoming more affordable and available to people. Because like there's a lot of jobs that either require some sort of associate's degree or 60 credit hours, which you can get that from 2 years at a
Yeah.
community college. Like I'm a pair at an elementary school, so like I needed 60 credit hours for that. So I mean, it ended up working out great. And just like also having that idea of like this local institution where you can go, like if you want to learn Spanish, you can take
Yeah.
5 class or
Take
not,
Spanish.
just take the,
Yeah, or not learn Spanish
Or not.
when you're in Spanish.
or just take
Yeah.
it and not learn it. But like stuff like that where you,
throwing shade.
or like trade, you brought it up, trade schools or stuff like that. But like, yeah, I was sort of in the same mindset where like you're sort of useless if you don't go to college. But I wasn't prepared for like the full college experience yet. So then I did community college. And like in high school, like I was lucky enough to where like my parents were like, if you really don't want to do college, you don't have to. But the minute you stop going to school, you're working full time and paying rent because you're not furthering your education. So that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And like, I'm lucky enough to be in this sort of extra space
yeah.
like that we're in right now.
The studio.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
It's
It's,
like
a
his own
nice
little
setup.
apartment.
I
It's
like
Yeah.
it.
basically a big studio apartment.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like 15 years ago, my parents were like, well, there's empty space above the garage, and we could renovate that for way cheaper than sending 3 kids to college, which was their thinking. And then once I move out, it's going to be like an Airbnb or something. I don't know. But it's just been very fortunate because, like, I think if I was physically, like, living in the house, then I would want to move out.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like a pre
Disconnect.
on my own. Yeah, which has been nice, and I'm able to save up. And I just hated the idea of, like, wow, in August, I'm going to go to college, and all the money I've saved up is going to be gone.
Like that.
And from just one semester, probably. Because, like, I did the math, and it was, like, $6,000 or $7,000, which was
Wow.
ridiculous. And so then I was like, I'd rather just keep my money and save up and potentially do something else down the road, but just save.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. That's the crazy thing about social media.
Mhm.
You never know which podcast episode might blow up on
Yeah,
TikTok.
Maybe
yeah.
it's this one.
Yeah.
Hey,
who
then
kn-
your podcast pop off too.
Yeah, I mean,
Chain
it could
reaction.
be the
Yeah.
the good old chain, you know. Yeah. Social media is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's why I've been researching a lot about marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing is crazy. If you there's so many strategies and so many different ways that you can go about like doing your thing. I'm interested in like your guys' view. Are you like, do you have like a niche crowd that you're like shooting your videos towards, or is it
Not
more
really.
just like a general?
I think
Yeah.
like we'll take anybody like to view our stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have like. I mean, there's probably like very, very broad audience of people that will be more drawn towards our podcast and our content, but we're not like specifically aiming our content towards anyone.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel. I was just wondering.
Yeah, like this podcast I listen, it's called Tiger Belly, and
I've seen that before.
Yeah, it's my favorite. But so like it doesn't have a specific topic. There's like no specific audience, but like over the course of like the 8 years they've been doing it, they built like this almost like cult following because of it. So it's like that's sort of. I mean
that would be awesome to have.
Yeah, but like I've also been looking into marketing over the last few weeks. Yeah. Well, like
we've already seen improvements.
Yeah,
sure. Just because of Kellen's
just
like his little Google research
simple
stuff.
things.
Hey.
Like I would watch YouTube videos and it's like what to do to your YouTube video to make, and then it's like besides the obvious this, and then I was like we weren't doing any of that.
Yeah, it's good that that's how I started. Mm-hmm. That's how everybody starts, you know, with the Google search. We have internet for a reason, you know. Yeah. And that's part of the reason why I don't think you need college. I mean, we have Google. If you have a question,
Google University.
There's an answer out there most of the time, 99% of the time probably, you know.
Yeah.
I was the same boat. That's how I started looking, how do I edit? Like I used to have a YouTube channel in middle school.
Was it Joey Yeoj? Something like
it was
that?
Joey Yeoj, and I did like reaction videos.
I remember I used to watch your videos sometimes.
Yeah, there was this guy named this rapper named ASAP Ferg, I think, and it's like his rap song Every Day, and it was my intro to the thing, and it played like a beach, and then my name popped up from the beach, and it was Joey, and then Joey spelled backwards, you know, and I just reacted this stuff. And I looked up like how to like edit videos on iMovie and add my face into the videos, you know, into the corner, and that's how I started like learning how to edit just from a video chain on YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean that's how everybody learns. The information is out there.
Yeah,
you know, so you just gotta look things up. You dedicate time. Time is the most valuable thing we have. You know, in reality.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I was looking at UCM for audio production.
Yeah.
Mainly for like live performances and stuff. And I was talking to the guy in charge of it, and he's like, you'll get a lot of good experience and be able to get a job because of like there's like a required like 6-month internship or whatever. And so he's like, you'll be able to get a job. That's the only good thing about the degree though, because like in 3 years all of it's going to be outdated because of new technology. So you're learning on the job no matter what, with the degree or without it. So
I mean it'd be fun though. You never know.
That'd be so fun.
You'll be on like you'll probably record for some people, you know, get some connections.
Yeah, one of the things was actually working on Broadway, like on their soundboards and stuff.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah. So like I think because I still sort of want to do that. So like,
their tech people get paid really well.
Uh-huh.
My uncle was talking about like trying to get all of us kids like into theaters somehow, you know. And my brother is like a very hands-on guy, and he was doing robotics in high school.
Oh yeah,
and like he's a pretty techie guy as well. But he was like, Caleb, you need to look up like the technical side of theater. And through like chit chat, like hearing conversation with them, like tech people, like they get paid really well, and their benefits they take care of people.
Yeah.
In the theater realm.
Yeah, I always, out of your years in high school, what was your favorite like musical that you did?
I think.
Because I have my perspective.
There's
from
pros
the
and
pit.
cons.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons because. I feel really good. Like my junior year when I did Hunchback.
That was a good one.
I felt really good about that musical.
Yeah.
But there's cons about it too. Like I felt good because that was like my first standout lead role. You know, like where the show was like Joey, this is Joey. You know, like I'm the name of the show, you know. But there came like an ego with it, and I got very egotistical with it just because like people were giving me clout, I guess.
Yeah.
They were feeding me, and I've never like I've since then realized like all that stuff does not matter to me at all. Like I feel like I'm called on this earth just to love, you know, and spread my love through like my social media and my podcast and all my stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there came like this ego with it, and I didn't like that version of myself, you know. So like Hunchback had a really good thing, like because I was the lead, and like it finally like felt like, oh, all my work is like paid off, you know.
Yeah.
It that was probably my favorite show. It was the most taxing because I had laryngitis when I performed that show.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I had this. I still have the bottle because I kept it because I wrapped it around with like this like electrical tape backstage, and I kept it as like a little memory thing. It's like this throat numbing spray that I would guzz down my throat right before I went on stage, so I wouldn't feel my throat singing because it hurt so much. And I don't know about you, but Chris Muntz makes you hit those notes, you know. And Quasimodo was a really hard role for me because I was going through puberty and my voice was changing, and I had to hit like an A, I think, was the highest note in that show. But it was just ridiculous.
And then didn't you sort of have to alter your voice also?
Oh,
like just in general, just speaking?
Yes, I did like this old person voice almost. Should I recreate it for the podcast? All right. Hi there, little birdies. It was like this older, like...
That just sounds straining, just listening to it.
It wasn't... I think it's straining now to do it, but back then, I didn't care. So it didn't feel like I was straining my voice.
Yeah.
And maybe vocally I was, and I just didn't realize it. But that was probably the most fun one. I did get back problems from that show, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, from hunching back over and over through performance, because I really wanted to... I like when I get into character for a show, like I try to embody that character.
Yeah.
You know, and like really what would they stand like when they're walking here? What would they, you know, like truly really try to position myself correctly, you know? So I tried to embody Quasimodo, and I was always in this like hunchback mode through all the rehearsals, and over time my spine like kind of messed up. So I had to go to the chiropractor for a while and kind of readjust it. So I kind of have a little bit of a back problem from that show. But other than that, that was really fun. Footloose was also really fun because it was chaotic.
Was that senior year?
Yeah.
That was senior year. My most fun show that I've like ever done would probably, in high school, would probably be William Shakespeare, the complete works of William Shakespeare abridged.
Oh, okay.
It's when it's on YouTube. It's like a stage, and then the crowd was on either side of the stage. So they were like on stage with us.
Oh, that's cool.
And we did like a show right in the middle of them. And it's the first time that I ever like had a 360 audience almost.
Yeah.
You know? And it was really cool. It's a comedy show. So like it like pokes fun at Shakespeare's stories and how like ridiculous they are, you know. So that was really fun. But I haven't done theater since high school. I haven't performed like really in like 2 years. I mean, I did Oklahoma down in
Is that thunder?
Yeah, that was a roar.
Oh, it's
pouring.
we're just getting a little rain.
Pouring outside.
Oh, the sun's out, so it'll be gone.
Maybe the sun will be gone.
Do you
already?
Clouds are gonna cover it.
Do you ever miss it, Joey?
What?
Do you ever miss it?
Sometimes, yes and no. I mean, because I'm kind of like trying to dibble and dabble like where my career is headed. Like I know there's parts of me that like love performing, you know, and that's totally who I am. But there's also parts of me that just loves talking to people, and like I I want to be financially free. That's one of my goals.
Yeah.
You know, because I grew up with my grandparents.
Yeah.
And I really didn't have, other than my grandpa, and I'm so blessed for him, I didn't have like a really strong father figure in my life. So one of my goals is always to be like that strong father figure for my son one day, you know, and I want to give him everything that I never had, you know. So being part of that is being financially free and being able to do those things. They say that money doesn't buy happiness, but money buys experiences.
Yeah.
You know, money buys experiences, you know, and I love making memories, and I love going to do those things and travel, and I love meeting people from different places, you know. I love being diverse because everybody has a story, you know. One of the things that I realized from high school was, like, you think popularity and like shutting people off and becoming that group, you know, is it. But like for me, like going out of high school and like exposing myself to like a fraternity life and blah, 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 going to party and blah, blah, blah. Like I realized that like that's not it, you know. Like everybody has a story.
Yeah.
And everybody's voice deserves to be heard, you know. So I just think it's so interesting to go somewhere else and hear how they live their life and take their lessons and apply it to my life, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I want to travel. I know that's where my career is headed, but if I have to get financially free before I can get there, that's the goal. I've kind of been thinking about, like, I've always been fascinated about cars, so maybe becoming a car salesman, work my way up, you know, save money, live cheap, act cheap until I can be rich.
Yeah.
I heard that somewhere. I follow all of these like success Instagram accounts just because they flood your feed if you're a part of it. So it's like a constant reminder for me. And one of their things is like act broke until you can be rich, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the goal. But I've always been fascinated with cars, and I'm good with talking with people, you know. Sales, I've done a couple sales jobs. I was actually a door-to-door salesman one time. I worked for this company called Midtown Home Improvements. Great company. They sell quality products. And a thing about door-to-door like selling is like you have to come up with the opener each line because everybody's different. And you don't know if it's like a Sunday and the game's playing, if they want to see you at their door or if they want to watch the Chiefs, you know? And I had to think of an opener every single time I walked up to a door. And I would go home and I would study openers. I would go home to YouTube and like look up best salesman openers or best salesman tips and blah, blah, blah. And there's this one time, this old lady at this house, her house was like a brick house covered in moss, and like it was kind of like, it was like old lady vibes, you know? And she had like a bunch of like pots and plants outside and like gnomes and like stone like animals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when she opened up the door after I knocked, my opener was, how do you get your animals to behave and sit so well? And she didn't get the joke at all. She did not. She was like, what are you talking about? And I was like pointing to the stones and everything, and she just wasn't having it. So I had to like pick myself back up, and I was like, hey, can I get a moment of your time? I'm sorry, I'm here on a Sunday. My name is Joey Ferguson. I'm here with this company, right? And one thing about sales is like you have to see if they have the problem.
Yeah.
And you have to try and make sure they know what their problem is. Yeah. Tell them whatever service that they've been using or have been using. Tell them, explain to me what's been working with your service. That's one thing where I would get them. If I knew I could get the conversation started till there, I knew I had them. What has your current people been doing for you? Blah, blah, blah. You tell me about it. What have you not liked? You know? Oh, those things that you don't like, I'm going to go off of those things. Well, my company does all of these things and all the things that you mentioned that they do well. But here's what we also add. You know, you keep on building it up and stacking it. And communication is like skills are so great. And I love that I did door-to-door sales because it taught me a lot about talking to people. Do you remember Miss Lehman's class?
Yeah.
English?
Yeah.
Into the Wild. Remember when we had to give the hour-long speech? Or to the class, like we went around and like presented our...
Oh, the Socratic seminar thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I spoke like 2 minutes.
I led a class.
Oh yeah, you led it the whole time.
I didn't read that book.
Did you watch the movie?
Nope.
Nope.
I didn't read that book
either, and
you want to know?
Chilling there.
You want to know how I did that? That is communication skills. I didn't open it up because I didn't. This was my strategy to win that, and like act like I knew everything about the book. This was my strategy. I was gonna walk into the classroom because I didn't like reading at the time. Walk into the classroom. I'm not gonna lead it because if I lead it and I don't know what I'm talking about, I won't get anywhere. So I sit down for the first 5 minutes and let other people speak about the book. So I get a knowledge of like what it's about, you know? So they would bring up topics and I would hear more and more about the story. And my thing was, I'm going to take what you say it again differently, add a spin to it, and then just say my opinion about it afterwards. So if you said, this guy did this controversial thing, this is how I feel about it. I'll go, oh, I love how you feel about it. Like, I agree with you on this and this, but when you said this, I'm not really with you. And I did it very vaguely.
Yeah.
I never got into my opinion very much. I never did. I was very surface level until I got more information. And from those questions, like, I would go, oh, like, was he around any, like, in your opinion, like, if he was around anybody, how would he act, you know, like when he did this? You would tell me your opinion. I go, okay, I know that he is like a more of an aggressive person or like he's a happier person. So I go like day-to-day life. Oh, and I would figure things out from asking other people questions, but it would look like I knew what I was talking about because I could deflect you with another question.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I led a conversation about a book I did not read for like 50 minutes.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I guarantee you everyone in that class thought you knew every single thing about the book, and especially Miss Lehman, the teacher.
I tricked Miss Lehman. Bless her soul. I love Miss Lehman to death.
She was one of my favorite teachers.
Yeah,
for sure.
but I talk my way out of so many things.
Oh yeah.
I'm a good, like, I feel like I can carry a conversation about something I don't know and just like sell you on it. So that's kind of why I've been like dibble dabbing, like going into sales maybe. I don't know, but for right now, I know that like I want to keep on posting, you know? So, yeah. That's what I've been up to since high school.
Yeah, I mean, like, podcasts are a great way for that.
Yeah.
You can have long-form conversations with people, learn what they're talking about.
Like right now.
Yeah.
And it's also cool to like
Learn
look
their
back.
story.
Yeah, look back at your own podcast and see how much you've grown. You know? And I think it's like a little like segment in every single episode of mine, and like I've been listening to your guys's too. Like you hear the progress of getting like better each time.
Definitely.
You know, and I don't know, it just keeps on getting better each time. I don't know, I love it. You know, but like, yeah, that's what I've been up to though.
Yeah.
Whenever you were telling that story about how you go door to door trying to figure out how to sell someone something, have you seen The Wolf of Wall Street before?
Okay.
I feel like don't
get mad at me. I have not. I've been recommended it, and I've like been so close to watch it 4 times, but I've never like sat down and watched it. And I need to. I will put it on my list tonight just because you brought it up.
Okay, yeah, you better, because there's this one part where he's like, or Jordan Belfort, you know who he is, right?
Yeah.
He's like, sell me this pin.
Yeah.
And they're like, pretend this is a pin.
It's the most simple answer too.
Yeah,
he does.
They'll be like, "This is a nice pen. If you want it," but then he takes it away from them before they can finish because they're trying to sell it in a very generic, like a way that nobody would want.
Tom,
to buy.
Do you want to do it to me? Like act like that's the pen. You're trying to sell it to me.
Me sell it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's act this
can't
out.
do that.
Just do it.
What
they did in the movie.
Oh, he's like, this is a pen. He has a piece of paper over there. Okay. Can you write your name for me?
I don't have anything to write with.
Oh, well, luckily I have this pen.
Boom.
$5.
There you go.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
a simple and easy fix. You know. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, when you said that's right, that's what it reminded me of. But
Yeah, I heard it's a really good movie.
Oh, it's a amazing movie.
Talking about movies, where's Avatar 2?
I hated it at the first.
In the
Avatar.
works.
In the works. It's been in the works for how many years?
Since the first one.
Since the first one, it's been in the works. We've had like great technology advancements to where I feel like they should have done Avatar 6 by now.
I know.
Since the first one, we've had like 18 Marvel movies, like 7 Star Wars movies, and
Yes.
they can't do
DC.
one more.
They can't do one more.
Literally, an Avatar video game is coming out now before
It
Avatar
is?
2.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Does it look good?
I'm not sure. It's just like a short trailer that was released like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, it looks good.
looks cool.
Like in terms of like graphics, it looks good. But like,
I mean, it would probably be cool.
It would
Like,
probably.
it's Avatar.
I'm
mean,
not a fan
like-
of Avatar.
Yeah, why?
Well, your opinion doesn't matter. So
Okay.
No,
Why?
I just want to.
Why?
Why?
I didn't like it. Like I didn't like the pacing of it. It
when was the last time you watched it?
when I was a kid.
How
I mean,
you need to rewatch it.
I mean,
I
don't-
guarantee you'll feel different about it. Hopefully, if you
There's
rewatch it.
action and
It
slow
is a
romance
little bit
parts.
long. It's a longer movie.
You get some action segments and then some filler romance and then some more action and some more filler romance. It wasn't my cup of tea as a kid.
I do think that's like the power of like just word of mouth in the news, though, because like it was like the top selling movie.
It was.
Yeah.
It
And
was crazy.
honestly, I mean, like, it
I
wasn't
mean, it
that
is
great.
still.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
it's
still
top-
is.
Yeah,
Marvel.
re-released
Okay.
again in like China, some Asian country.
I don't-
and beat out in game again.
Oh my gosh. I don't think it's like a top 10 movie in
No.
my charts
Oh, no.
personally.
Not a
But
chance.
it's a decent movie. Like I feel like everybody should have seen it.
Like
Yeah.
it's not it's like not a great movie, but you know it's a good movie. It's enjoyable. Like you'll have fun watching it.
Like it's one of the movies that you would show your kids one day.
Yeah, for sure.
I would. It's on my like set. Like if I was like when, if I have a house and I have like a little movie like place, it's one of those movies that I would have on the shelf. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Dom's
What are
probably
those
like,
movies for you?
Dom, you're better at this because that's
I don't know.
what
Sandlot.
you're going into.
Sandlot is on that
Sandlot,
Yeah,
list.
that's a classic.
If I'm being honest, Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect is good.
Pitch Perfect is my favorite movie of all time.
No way.
Whiplash.
For real.
Whiplash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait
Yeah.
a little older. Wait till they're a little older to show them that one.
no,
though.
when they're 5.
I'd
So
rather
you can
not.
instill that fear in them that if you
Yeah.
fail, I'm gonna hate you.
See, I'm
That's
more
just a joke.
concerned
I'm not
about
gonna hate my kid if
the
they fail.
language of the movie for a 5-year-old.
Live action Cat in the Hat would be.
Oh yeah, with what's his name?
I would have it on.
What's his name?
I don't know.
I know.
His name is Shrek.
Sure.
Mike Myers.
Yeah,
Mike
Shrek.
Myers.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he's
I-
Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that whole thing.
Seriously.
If I did, I was very young.
Have you seen the part
Very-
where he goes
That
like?
creeped me out. I didn't watch
Yeah, like
Serious? How? I thought it was so funny.
I don't know.
Have you seen that part where he goes like, fired?
Fired.
No.
Oh,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You would have to see the movie. Do you guys remember Over the Hedge?
yes.
I love that movie. It's classic.
So
Remember
good.
it.
I watched it last year at one point, just middle of the night.
Yeah, I definitely watched
No,
it last year.
We watched it at Jack's house.
Well, I also watched it at my house like a
Oh.
week later to rewatch the whole thing again.
yeah.
And it was it's a classic.
Flushed
Yeah.
Away.
Oh, yeah.
It's been
I
a
watched that as a
minute.
kid.
Oh, I
I
love
think
that
I-
movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that recently.
Yeah, I haven't seen that since like probably like a year or two after it came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. You know what I think says a lot about a person? What type of TV shows you were allowed to grow up watching?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob? Like, were you a Nickelodeon kid, a Disney,
yeah.
or a Cartoon Network kid?
I mean,
I
it was
all of them.
it was
all of
mainly
them?
Cartoon Network, but then also Nickelodeon.
Mainly Cartoon Network for me though.
I mean, like,
think I was mainly Nickelodeon.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of Disney.
What were some of your
Sweet
like,
Life of Zack and Cody. That was
of course, and Sweet Life on Deck even better.
yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah.
my sister loved Disney, so I was like, oh, she loves it, so I'm gonna hate it. So I didn't really watch it.
Did
that
you ever
much.
watch Hannah Montana?
Hannah
I mean,
Montana
yeah.
That show
slaps.
was great.
Yeah,
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh.
Good Luck Charlie.
Selena Gomez was my first celebrity crush.
Same.
Let me
I'm
take
not
this
Bro,
back.
in
I
5th
watched
grade, I
this.
had posters of her on my wall.
Forgot about
Seriously?
those.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Oh, she's still banging now. She's
My favorite show growing up as a kid was Ben 10.
Ben 10 is a really good show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a Nickelodeon kid. I
Definitely,
liked
yeah.
Fairly Odd Parents. That was
Oh,
my
that was a
favorite
classic.
TV
That
show.
was one of my favorites.
Danny
And when they
Phantom.
did, Danny
Danny
Phantom.
Phantom.
I forgot about
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom.
That
Oh.
that show's great.
Did you guys watch that
Never.
one show called My Life as a Teenage
Age-
Robot?
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
that was a
My
great
Life as
show.
a
I don't know
Teenage
what that
Robot.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Teenage Robot Girl.
Okay, well, I kind of assumed that.
Oh, I didn't say girl. That's the girl's
Oh,
not in
I
the title.
I assumed Teenage Robot.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch Powerpuff Girls?
Wow.
I did. I
did?
I
Did you
dabbled
not?
in it a
Yeah,
little
I was
bit.
gonna say who didn't.
Kellen, did
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never watch that show now. But as a kid, it was amazing.
As a kid, it was really good. We had really good cartoons.
They suck now.
The kid shows these days suck.
They're not good. I rewatched Disney, and there was like this YouTuber show type thing where this girl was like a famous YouTuber, and it was about her like life, and it was a Disney show. It wasn't that good in my
Yeah.
opinion, but
Uh,
Yeah, I
it's
think.
just been so mainstream.
Yeah, I think with just like a lot of TV, like TV's going away. It's like all streaming.
Yeah,
So I just think they're trying their best just to like keep some sort of audience.
yeah.
But if you look at like late night shows, their audience have just
fallen off
Dipped
completely.
Yeah.
crazily. But I have a sort of funny story. So in preschool, we were watching SpongeBob, and it was the episode with the like super tall flatfish bully. It was like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna kick your butt.
Yeah.
And there was like a day where I was just running around preschool, like making kids cry because I was like, I'm gonna kick your butt. It was banned
great.
from the house for 3 years.
SpongeBob.
No
We
way.
couldn't really.
No
we had
way.
to sneak to watch SpongeBob because, like, I guess like my parents like freaked out so much about it that they're like, my kid can't be a bully, and they just banned it until like I was in like 2nd grade.
Oh my god.
That's a rough
It
childhood
was
right there.
Yeah.
It was so sad. 'Cause we would go to my friend's house and like, cause like my best friend, like his mom and my mom were best friends. So if like my mom was coming over, I'd be like, Will, change it. My mom can't know I'm watching it.
What was that thing back in like the 1910s, 1920s, where like they banned like alcohol and
Prohibition.
All that? Yeah, it's like prohibition, but with SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, the SpongeBob
Yeah.
prohibition.
Yeah.
My SpongeBob was enforced in my family. We were made to like we were forced to watch SpongeBob.
Bro, I
at
still
times.
watch SpongeBob to this
It's
day.
so good. They have like special. Have you watched their like claymation specials?
Yeah, I have.
They're
Like,
so good.
yeah, they got a Christmas one. Love
Yeah,
it.
Christmas
I
one and a
own-
Halloween one.
I
Yeah.
own the Christmas one, I think, on DVD. I bought
True
it
fan,
in
true
vintage
fan.
stock like 2 years ago.
Nice. Good stuff. They did a crossover episode with Fairly Odd Parents and
They did all a bunch of crossovers.
Jimmy
Jimmy Neutron?
Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah,
I
Oh
remember that.
yeah.
Where
called-
it would switch between 2D animation and 3D animation.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
It's called like Fairly Odd Parents Jimmy Neutron Power Hour or something like that.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Power Hour.
Those were the
yes.
days, bro.
Yeah. Did you guys watch Ned's Declassified School
Of
Survival?
course.
Guide?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
he's
that
on
was a
TikTok. His
classic.
TikToks are
He
great.
is?
Yeah.
He's on TikTok now.
Greg
Like,
and Rowley are on TikTok too.
they are.
Bro, they're
Wow.
best friends in real life.
I still have my Diary of a Wimpy Kid do-it-yourself book.
Me too. I have all my Diary Room
I
books
do
from back in the
too.
day.
Yeah, they're all at my grandparents' house, just in a little bookshelf type thing. The book fair. They need to bring back
Scholastic Book Fair.
Yeah.
Oh my
Best day
gosh.
of elementary school.
We could just
Yeah.
show up
Every
in
year.
elementary school. Just
Yeah.
like we're here to buy books.
Bro,
We're here.
We heard you
I'm
got
sorry.
this book fair.
Yeah.
I remember like pulling up to school with like $10 and I'd buy like 3 or 4 books.
And some erasers.
Yeah,
Yes.
erasers.
Like the $100 bill
Yeah.
eraser.
Yes.
The Ripley's Believe It or Not books were the hot sellers at my school.
I was too poor.
I never bought them, but my friends did.
I never bought. I used to always get every year the cheat code books.
Yes.
For all the video games.
Yes.
Those helped out so much.
A Lego Star
Oh my
Wars.
God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, I got it specifically for Lego Star Wars on the original Xbox.
Oh my gosh. What was that first video game for you guys? Mine was my first ever video game I ever played was this like backyard Madden game on PS2.
NFL Street.
Yeah, NFL Street. Yeah.
Oh,
That was
brings back memories.
my first ever video game. That's what got me into gaming.
I think mine, Halo 2
Halo 2
on the
That's
original
a good
Xbox. Me and my dad used to just split screen that like every day pretty much, just 1v1s. And then sometimes I'd play the campaign story mode by myself and not so fun because I didn't know what I was
one.
doing.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. Like I used to think it was so cool. Like over time, like I'd start beating him. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Mine was so like me and my oldest
Is it still
sister.
going?
Yeah, still going. Probably got a few more minutes.
Okay. So maybe we'll wrap it up after this. Yeah. But me and my older sister, like we would play video games at our friend's house because like my mom's best friend, they had a big family. So we kept on asking for years, and then we got the Xbox 360 for Christmas and Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Oh,
and I played that game for probably like 8 years.
I played that game all the way through again last year.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a banger of a game.
Yeah.
So it was so nostalgic.
Lego Star Wars is the perfect game to get
Yeah.
you introduced to.
What?
Today was Saturday. They had a Lego con today, so they might have released something
That
about
was
Lego
to-
Star Wars.
That's today.
Okay.
That was today.
Well, as you talk about, I'll just look it up. A good
I
way
have a
to.
computer, Kellen.
I mean,
They're
Flex.
What do you
they're
think
making,
this is?
Lego Star Wars
Lego
again, right?
Con.
What?
They're releasing a new Lego Star Wars.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, they are.
For next gen?
Yeah, for
Lego
next
Star
gen.
Wars:
It
The
was,
Skywalker Saga.
it
it's
was
all the
supposed
movies.
it was supposed to come out last.
Like the new ones
fall.
as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think Solo or Rogue One, but like all 9 main
All
movies.
9 Skywalker. I mean, it's called the Skywalker Saga.
Yeah, those are anthology films, Kellen. Come on.
Yeah, it's all 9 of all 3 of the trilogies.
Yeah.
Did you find
And-
anything?
I'm looking.
No.
Oh, Lego foosball table. Sick. But yeah, but the trailers, the graphics, it looks like the Lego movie.
Yeah,
Seriously.
It's
It
insane.
is,
Yeah. Like it looks that good. Yeah, I'm not seeing.
I might
I'm
have to
gonna look
I might have to watch that.
Yeah.
I need to watch that
You do.
actually.
You
I'm
On
not.
top of Wolf of Wall Street. You gotta
Yes,
watch both
Wolf
those.
of Wall
Both of them
Street
tonight.
and both of them tonight. I'm binge watching. I don't have work tomorrow, so I can watch them tonight. I'll stay up late just to watch those things.
All right.
It's
They
nothing.
put it no. Yeah.
Just
No.
some
Right.
Lego Star
No
Wars
thanks.
kits, but no Skywalker
I'm disappointed,
Saga.
honestly.
Yeah.
Wow. Have a Lego con and not even mention the Lego game.
For real.
Yeah,
Not cool.
Might as well throw out
Shake
the
my
whole
head.
con at that point.
yeah. Honestly, what was the point of having
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, thank
Dom,
you
did you
guys.
It's a poor
Did
way.
Dom ever say his?
I'll save it for another episode. I think maybe we should collab more.
Yeah,
Bro,
Definitely.
for sure.
I'd be down. It was a nice casual
Yeah, this was
conversation.
fun.
It felt like I don't know. I had a really good time.
Yeah,
I'd love to do it
yeah,
more.
yeah.
Bro, it was awesome to connect with you again because it's
Yeah.
been like over 2 years since we've seen
Yeah,
each
we
other.
were
which is
we were
crazy.
really good friends in high school. I
Yeah.
felt like.
DTP down
What?
to podcast.
DTTP.
Down to
down to podcast.
I'm down to
Yeah.
podcast.
I'm down to podcast.
I'm very down to podcast again. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be lovely. Just hit me up.
Okay,
Yeah, we could
sweet,
definitely
awesome.
branch out on what we just talked about a lot more because
Yeah.
there's a lot more to unpack there, but we're running out of footage, so
Yeah.
we can't.
Wait,
But,
what?
Not this time, but
Did it stop?
It's been stuck in an hour and 9 minutes and 18 seconds.
Okay,
for a
so it
couple
stopped
minutes.
a while ago.
Well,
just-
I'm gonna check real quick. We don't know for sure.
It probably stopped.
be
So
back. Whoa.
it's okay though. It stopped like maybe 5 minutes ago. We're good. That
Yeah.
last portion will be audio only.
yeah,
But
we can go
like
audio
5 minutes.
only.
It's still recording.
Okay,
All right.
sweet.
yeah,
Let's go.
Find out later.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, the YouTube, subscribe, click the buttons. You know what
Yes.
to do. Come on, man.
Check out
Check
Steeze.
out
Yeah,
Steeze.
check out Steeze.
Joey Ferguson, Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, whatever. We're on. He's on. Steeze.
The
Check out all our
internet.
platforms.
Yes.
Yeah.